Blog Talk Radio.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Goddess Suite. Holistic Gals is here. Who else is on the line?
Sister Love is in the house tonight.
Hello,
Mystic Feather is on the line.
Hey, Mystic Feather.
Hey, Goddesses, how you doing?
Hello,
Hey.
Goddesses.
How's everybody doing tonight on this full moon? Oh.
Feeling good, really good tonight. I'm happy because today is a beautiful day. It is my princess' 5th birthday, and I am just so honored to be his mother and his counselor. I mean, just everything. I'm so happy. I think it's one of the most precious gifts that the Creator can give us as children.
Yes. Happy birthday, nephew.
Birthday to the little one. I can't wait till Sunday.
Yes, we are going to have a ball. It's some good old-fashioned fun. Going to jump around on those trampolines at Sky Zone and lose a couple of inches, hopefully, and, and gain it right back with the cake,
Right, I know, right? Well, we today we're celebrating our nephew's life, but also we had a death in the family today. Our uncle BK, he made his transition, so we just had a lot of good times growing up with this particular uncle, and he was just a joy to be around, funny, just a man's man, and we just wanted to show him some love on the radio, let him know we're listening. Let him know that we're acknowledging him and his transition over, and we're just going to celebrate life today and just thank him for his contribution to our lives.
Yes, he was a great uncle. He was our grandmother's youngest brother, and he had a funny personality. He was a correct officer for years, so he didn't take any stuff, but he get his little, his little liquor in him. He could talk some trash, boy. Remember the good times. So we both definitely want to see him love and light and just say thank you for the lessons that you taught us. I can say, for one, I think he taught us to stand up for ourselves, because he would just kind of, speak his mind. He didn't care who it was. So I think that kind of ran in the family, because our grandmother, she was like that also. So say thank you for the gifts. Thank you for choosing us to be a part of this journey with you, Uncle VK.
Yes.
All right. Peace and love.
Yes.
So tonight, at the Goddess Suite, at Talk About It Tuesday, we're going to be talking about all aspects of the goddess, and Mystic Feather will be doing some free goddess card readings tonight, which are always delightful and enlightful. We are going to start out with a song from two beautiful queens, Queen Erykah Badu and Queen Janelle Monáe. We love these two ladies. They are conscious, they are strong, and they kind of show us what real goddesses are, and they're classy too, and we love that. So just sit back, relax. We're going to play a little bit of Queen, get your tea together, and we'll be right back at the Goddess Suite.
And also I want to say, ladies and gentlemen, when the song is playing, get up, dance around a little bit, raise your vibrations up, just get in the mood tonight, or sip your tea, whatever your mood is, but let's raise the vibrations tonight and really celebrate the goddess tonight. So I just just want to say, tonight is all aspects of the goddess, and us as women, we love to dance and be sensual. So I just challenge you to just get up, listen to the music, and get your groove on. Just get those vibrations up, because tonight's going to be a very good show.
That's right. Call in. Here we go. Here goes Queen.
It's hard to stop rebels that time travel. But we at the Time Council pride ourselves on doing just that. Welcome to the Living Museum, where legendary rebels from throughout history have been frozen in suspended animation. Here in this particular exhibit, you'll find members of Wonderland and their notorious leader, Janelle Monáe, along with her dangerous accomplice, Medulla Oblongata. Together, they launched Project Queen, a musical weapons program in the 21st century. Researchers are still deciphering the nature of this program and hunting the various freedom movements that Wonderland disguised as songs, emotion pictures, and works of art.
Come home and send your song, baby.
All right.
Welcome back to the Goddess Suite. I love those queens.
Yes.
Yes, they put it down, honey.
Oh, wow.
Oh, my God. Telling nothing but the truth. All right, guys. Well, as you know, tonight we are talking about all aspects of the goddess. Question. Are you trying to get in tune with your inner goddess and don't know how? Is there an inner goddess warrior screaming to get out? If so, I'm glad that you joined us tonight because we are going to explore the goddess mind, body, and spirit. Are you goddesses ready?
Yes, we are.
Yep.
All right. Yes.
So
yes,
what are we
yes.
starting with first tonight? Do we have? Because I know we've been getting a lot of mail at goddesssuite@gmail.com, and so I know that Holistic Gal picked one question to showcase tonight on the show. So I'm just wondering, what was the question that you pulled out the grab?
Yeah, goddesses. It's another duty. We get this we actually get this question a lot from my goddesses, and I'd like to say thank you, and I'm glad that you feel comfortable enough with the Goddess Suite to, write in your questions. And, like we always say, we're here to serve you and here to educate and inspire you goddesses. So this is from a goddess from Atlanta. She writes, Dear Goddess Suite, I am a 24-year-old female who lives with my roommate, whom we've been friends for over 10 years. Now, she takes a shower every day, but I get nervous when I have to use the bathroom behind her. I find black dust rings around the toilet, and there's always an awful smell, like something died while she was in there. What do I do? How do I tell her that she smells like bad fish? I do not want to create a wedge between us, as she is very sensitive to confrontation. I want to tell her in a sisterly way, a loving way. Please help. Stinky in Atlanta. Okay, Stinky in Atlanta. All right, this is Holistic Gal now. My advice would be, okay, first of all, let's say be on the lookout because the Goddess Suite will be coming out with a yoni wash and a yoni powder in the future. We're working on it because this topic of, the yoni not being clean, having a foul odor seems to be coming up a lot. So we are working on that because, we are here to provide you goddesses the tools to be the best and cleanest goddesses that you can be. Okay? So, first of all, I would like to say, me, the type of person I am, I probably would start off, like, jokingly, like, girl, come here, look at this. After she leaves out the bathroom, bring her right back in and say, what is this around the toilet? Come on now. Be like, you ain't supposed to be doing that. You don't want to be doing that if your man is over or whatever, or, what do you think it is? Because if you've known her for 10 years, then I feel like you should be able to tell her these things, but just do it kind of jokingly, because, yes, people are sensitive, and sometimes people jump on the defense, quickly. So I would just say it jokingly and, kind of ask her, be like, everything all right down there, and, you want to make sure, and she can do a douche. She can use, like, apple cider vinegar. I mean, doctors, they advise against it, but, if you're using something natural, then you can do a natural type douche with apple cider vinegar or water. I'm not sure offhand what other. I know with some herbs out there you can probably use. I think oregano is one that helps fight bacterial infections. But you probably wouldn't want to go with that. Maybe try to Google that. But definitely don't be confrontational with her. Don't say, girl, you dirtied up the bathroom and you stink. And it's all about the approach. So we always want to approach our sisters with love. So do it out of love. Just start off kind of like with a joke and say, well, I heard about, there's a yoni wash coming up, or, there's different herbs you can use to maybe, cleanse yourself, make sure that you're A-okay and you don't have an infection or anything like that. So I advise, just always come from a place of love. Take a deep breath before you do it. Send love her way, and then go and talk with your sister goddess about it. Mr. Feather, what would your approach be?
I would tell her to get her own place and move. Like,
I got it.
I couldn't help it. But no, I love that, the goddesses feel comfortable discussing this, sending us these type of questions, because it is something that, that goes on in the female community. But, yeah, your approach, I would definitely, being as though they've been friends for so long, I would definitely go to her with love in a sisterly way and just bring it to her attention, because, sometimes, people aren't as aware as we think that they should be. So I would definitely bring it to her attention and also offer her alternatives to help her with that odor. I know one thing Reverend Goddess Charmaine brought up on the show is that she uses baking soda, and she said that gets rid of anything. So I would definitely try that. Sitting in a baking soda bath, and just sprucing up your hygiene, because, women can be sensitive. So I would definitely, be discussing this from an angle of a good friend, and have that talk. Sometimes you got to sit people down and prepare them for the talk and be like, well, look, it's something I need to talk to you about, and it's not to embarrass you or offend you, but, I notice, some things going on when you leave out the bathroom and I go in behind, and, and I just want to bring this to your attention because it means something is off balance down there. So to get your yoni back in balance, you need to address those issues, because they can turn into other things. They can turn into, other uterus conditions, fibroids, and God knows what else, So you want to try to bring it to attention as soon as possible so she can address it as soon as possible, as well as the diet, because the diet plays a big role in, the way your vagina's pH and the way it smells and things like that. So she might want to try more pineapple and fruits, get more alkaline, get her body back in balance, because if anything, it's an imbalance going on there, because it shouldn't have a foul smell, and you shouldn't be leaving an odor every time you go to the bathroom. That's the issue. So I would definitely just say, just approach her in love and just offer some tips and some advice, because at least if you bring it to her attention, she can address it the way she wants to, whether she wants to go to a doctor or she wants to Google and holistic, but at least you brought it to her attention. So that's my advice.
Mm-hmm.
Sister Love, you got any?
Yeah, okay. So this is what I would do. I would come be like, all right, girl, let's go to brunch. Do some brunch and, drink some mimosas, get a little. And then I was like, I have been drinking this red raspberry leaf tea, and ever since I've been drinking it, I've been really good down there. I've been smelling perfect down there. Or I'll be like, and I'll share with her some of my tricks, like I use garlic after my cycle, and that helps to manage my pH. And every once in a while, I take a bath with baking soda in it. You should try it.
Mm-hmm.
When we live together, so I'll be like, so did you take that bath with that bacon? You need some baking soda, girl? Oh, here goes the garlic right here. There you go. You need some garlic? There you go. Just I would be like, kind of pushing. I would just be like suggestions. I would be just throwing out hints and suggestions, and she, hopefully she'll pick it up. But I'll be like, I've been really studying, my health, my vaginal health, and these are the things I've learned, and you maybe could try these. I just, want, we honestly sisters here. I just want to share this with you. So, over, brunch and and some mimosas.
Okay.
Just break down.
Get her drunk and lay it on her,
Because, baby girl, sometimes I go to the bathroom after you. It could be better. It could be a lot better. Come on now, we're queens, we're goddesses, so we need to step it up.
Yes. So, Sister Love, are you saying that the red raspberry leaf tea? I just wanted to make sure that that's something that can help that the ladies can look up online and go do some further research on. So that also helps with the yoni.
Yeah, with me, I noticed since I've been drinking the red raspberry leaf tea, I have been completely my pH has been good. I've been odor down there, and it's just been everything is just gravy. So, and I'm attributing it to that red raspberry leaf tea. I think every woman should have that. It also helps regulate your menstrual cycle.
Oh,
So that is a really good addition to all women's health, the red raspberry leaf tea. And garlic. Because you can actually just put the garlic directly in your vagina for 24 hours after your cycle, you're good to go.
So it won't smell like garlic down there?
No.
Okay. I'm like, we don't want to trade one bad smell for another.
But see, the thing about garlic will sit there and absorb. The garlic will absorb all of the bacteria. In the vagina. It will literally just absorb all the bacteria.
Okay.
And then a day later when it comes out, you're good to go. There's no bacteria.
I don't know if I want to see what it looks like when it comes out. But okay.
It doesn't. I mean, it doesn't. So it absorbs all the bacteria, and so it works wonders for the vagina. So yeah.
Well, for if we may have any new listeners out there, when we say yoni, we're talking about the vagina, the female reproductive organ. Just in case you're like, yoni, what? Huh? Yo. The female reproductive organ is what we're talking about.
Right. I think Yo-Yo came out with it first in a way we can understand it when she said you can't mess with my yo-yo. So
right. You can't play with my yo-yo. Yo. Don't try to play out. Yes. Love it.
Yes. So she was on that conscious bandwagon.
Right, that's right. That way back in the day before we were conscious.
Right, right.
So if you want to make yourself a powder, a yoni powder, you can use cornstarch, arrowroot powder. That's a good powder to use. You may want to use, you can put a little lavender in it to make it smell good. A tablespoon of golden seal powder, and put a drop or two of rosemary, tea tree, or sage oil in there. And, you know, you can use that to freshen it up. But that, I would say, only use the yoni powder once you've figured out what exactly the problem was. And then you can use the yoni powder, you know, for sweat. Like, you can use that powder, you know, in between your cleavage, under your breast, you know. You goddesses know what goes on sometimes. You got to, you know, put a little powder under your, you know, under your breast sometimes, so it's not, you know, sweaty or what have you. So,
right.
Do that. But yes, and thank you, Stinky and Atlanta, for writing in.
And please update us on what happened. We want to know what happened and how you addressed your roommate, and tell us what happened, and also what has she used to combat the problem. You know, and I too will also say, don't be afraid to confront her with this, because I think she will be thankful, if anything, at the end of the day, because you were, you know, a friend enough to come to her and really, you know, show your concern that, you know, because, you know, actually, you know, it was an issue for you because you didn't like the way it was smelling. You didn't like what you saw in the bathroom. It was frightening. So for you to address it, not only are you helping her, but you're also helping yourself, so you all can live better in harmony, so to speak, than to have to keep dealing with this. Because this is something that no woman should have to go through with a roommate or good friend, you know. This, and, you know, actually you all been friends for 10 years. You all should have been had this conversation as sisters, you know. Whether she has attitude or not, you know, she should know you well enough to know that you're not going to run your mouth and tell all your other friends and whatnot, but you're going to keep this in confidence between you two, and that way the problem can be solved. But since you brought it to our attention, we hope that we answered your question, and please keep us updated.
Please let us know, and tell her to listen to the show.
Yes, most definitely. Tell her to call in, check us on out.
Absolutely. So, as we get into other aspects of the goddess, we want to talk about the different goddesses that are out, that are in all different cultures. Because tonight, at the top of the hour, I'm going to be doing one card, goddess readings. And I got a new deck, and it is so on point and so awesome. I gave Holistic Gal a reading with these cards. I'm soon to give Sister Love her goddess reading, and I've been using them on myself, and they're awesome. And so I just can't wait to help our goddesses out there, give them a little peek into some insight about what's going on with them tonight. So we're doing that at the top of the hour. But for right now, we're going to be talking about the aspects of the goddess and how you can invoke the goddess energy into your life to make things more smoother, because we all have an inner goddess warrior that lies within ourselves, and it's all about bringing her out, because a lot of us deal with fear, relationship issues, could be money problems, all of these issues that are surrounding us, and we have to learn how to deal with them on the level of the goddess and deal with them with strength. And we all know that warriors represent strength. They represent skill. They know how to maneuver. They know how to watch their prey. They know how to go after what they want. So we're going to be talking about that tonight as far as mind, body, and spirit. So I'm just going to open the floor for one of the goddesses to go in, whether it be herbs or health, to go into discussing these particular aspects of the goddess.
All right, Sister Love here. I'm going to discuss the sacred sexual goddesses. We have, of course, everyone has heard of Aphrodite. Aphrodite is the goddess of love, beauty, and sex. Aphrodite is from Greek mythology, and she's a goddess of love and sex. And see, the goddesses of that time, they were called goddesses because sex in those times looked at, well, there was a patriarchal rule as far as Christianity, so they didn't judge women negatively, and sex was looked upon as sacred. Was sacred, and so the women who had sex, the goddesses, when they had sex with the men felt like they were happy to be with the women because they knew they were goddesses and their divine feminine energy, and they partaked in that, and the goddesses back then and the women back then, and even the sacred prostitute, they called it the sacred prostitute. What they did is when they had sex with the men, they were in their divine femininity. They were fully aware of their divine sexuality and their sexual nature and the power of the divine woman, and the sex, the power of the sex, because the woman is the womb. The divine feminine also gives birth. And so when men would partake in sex with the woman, they knew that they had the sex with like a god or goddesses because of the feeling, the energy, the power that is in the woman. The woman is God. The woman is, has in that energy, and we've had a lot of shows on the energy, the sexual energy, and see back when Aphrodite and even before Aphrodite, goddess Inanna, who is also known as Ishtar, and the Queen of Heaven. These goddesses were they were deities. They were prayed to because they like the god of the Queen of Heaven and Inanna, Ishtar. Well, the Queen of Heaven, she represents fertility, and so they prayed to these deities. And the sacred prostitutes, even that worship Aphrodite, even after past the Aphrodite age, they would, when they had sex, it was like they were giving an offering to Aphrodite with the sex, because sex, there's power in sex. With sex, there's love and there's divinity. And it was not that whole patriarchal rule that is now. And so they have stolen with religions, period, doesn't matter which religion, they have stolen our divine feminine and our sexual nature and our sexual power. There's a lot of power in the divine, in the feminine sexuality. So, that's what I'm going to talk about, those goddesses. So there's Inanna, Aphrodite, and then there's another one. Of course, there's goddess Oshun. We love her.
Mm-hmm.
Goddess Oshun is a goddess of love, of water, of money, and she's a goddess of the Ipa, and those gods and goddesses represent nature. So Goddess Oshun is the ocean. That's what aspect of nature that she represents, along with love and money, and you notice in her picture, like the goddess did not hide their sexuality. Their sexuality was praised and was loved, and so they didn't, like, even with the clothes they wore, they didn't walk around covered up. So because the sexual nature of the woman is divine in itself. Orgasm is divine. Sex is is a divine act. So because with sex comes life. Life is made from sex. We all came from a sexual act.
Yes, we did.
Our parents getting down.
That's one thing you always know for sure is if you don't know anything else, you know that everybody that you're looking at came from having sex. So why would it be portrayed as such a horrible and dirty and disgusting thing? That goes into a whole nother show, but just something to think about.
Right. Yeah, there were temples created to, even I learned back when I was a Christian that Easter is them celebrating or giving, them celebrating the Queen of Heaven, which is Inanna and Ishtar. And the eggs represent fertility, and the bunnies represent, like, sex and fertility. So it's like what they do is they are still giving honor to these goddesses, but they're making us women feel like, oh, well, you can't have sex, or sex is wrong, and sex is not wrong. It is your divine right. Your divine rite of passage is sex. So you're not a woman until you do the do, which is great. It's good. It's good. Sex is good.
So Sister Love, why are for instance, in the Christian community, why are they still worshiping Easter if if Easter represents fertility and sexual rights and all those type of things? Why is this still being, represented in the churches? And nobody's being informed.
Well, because the people that celebrate these holidays in this Christian or this faith, they choose to follow blindly because they just follow blindly because actually that whole Inanna is Babylonian. And so in the Bible they try to say that Babylonian was bad and everything, but a lot of the religious practices, even Christmas, have a lot of Babylonian traditions because the Christmas tree, the holly, all that is Babylonian. Even the star on the top of the tree, these are old Babylonian traditions. And the same thing with Easter. And they're really worshiping the Queen of Heaven. With the eggs represent the Queen of Heaven because she represented fertility. And so does the bunny. So they're giving offerings to these goddesses. And we're not, and without even knowing. Because they're just following blindly, just following. And you have to realize a lot of these Christian traditions were made up in the Roman Catholic Church. From the Roman State Catholic Church. And so, the Romans have a lot of pagan traditions.
Okay.
A lot.
Have you seen the picture of the Pope worshiping it seemed like it was the Black Madonna and Child.
I heard that he worships the Black Madonna.
I saw that, and actually they found, all across Europe, they found a lot of ancient statues of the Black Madonna and Child that were worshipped. So, that's something very interesting to think about.
Yeah, and the ancient and the goddesses, the first walking humans on the planet were women. Were women anyway. So the ancient, the goddess is the mother of all creation. And so and the thing about the patriarchal rule, the patriarchal switchover, was they just, I don't know why would they go from praising and worshiping the woman to totally just putting her down. I don't know what happened in their society where they switched, because it was a drastic change.
Yeah, well, from what I understand, it was because the Romans and the Greeks, they were very, very much lovers of young boys and men and of each other. And even if you go there, you still can see statues of little boys giving fellatio to grown old men. These statues still exist in Greece and Rome. So they were more about that type of man-boy type of love. So women weren't really considered, on a higher level than, them pleasing themselves with other males. So it kind of goes to that myth of the women who had their own place in Greece called Lesbos. And that's where women pretty much colonized themselves there. And if you read Greek mythology, so I can see where that division came in at, because there was so much, a lot of homosexuality amongst men and small boys and things like that. So I think that's where the Bible, when it was rewritten from, the Egyptian version, where it got distorted and women were just read for filth in the Bible. I mean, I'm just going to keep it real, because it's like, you can rape a woman, you can do whatever you want to a woman. Women's not supposed to speak. There's so many different ways that women were suppressed in that Bible, and we're all guilty of being in that religion because we didn't know any better. So there's a lot of people that don't know any better, but it's just now that it's the return of the Divine Feminine, women are waking up, and now it's time for us to get into our feminine energy and our power, which we already are in, because women are doing a whole lot on a large scale, juggling things that a man could never even imagine that he can juggle, Right. I mean, women can use their subconscious, like doing 3 or 4 things at the same time. A woman is so multidimensional, multifaceted, and so in tune. We're just really highly evolved beings, and we've been suppressed for so long. But now it's time for us to step into, our birthright of being women and using this power, because we are the true healers of the earth. We have the wombs where things are created, brought forth. Not just children, but our ideas and dreams and visions that we have, we can bring those forth through our womb. So it's just, a beautiful thing to get in tune with that goddess that's within you, and then get in tune with the goddesses that are around you, just like Sister Love was talking about Inanna, and I've done Inanna meditations, and you will feel this pure energy from that goddess, and as well as Isis. There's so many of them that have, left their mark here for us to follow those paths, and these weren't weak women. I mean, we have goddesses that are existing now and have existed in the past. I mean, Holistic Gal was talking about Mary McLeod Bethune, the contribution she made as a goddess, the strength that she had, because our ancestors had no fear of anything when you really sit there and think about it, especially the women. The women were the matriarchs. I mean, they had no fear. They were vicious. They had, but the same amount of viciousness they had was the same amount of love and compassion that they had as well for each other and for people around them. So, we can never take for granted. Even if you don't have that type of role model in your life, you can look around and find a woman of strength that represents that goddess, and it's just so many. Just think about the Underground Railroad and that accomplishment. A woman leading people all the way up the coastline, because this is Black History Month, and we wanted to talk about some of our Black goddesses, but we don't want to just celebrate them just because it's Black History Month. We should celebrate them at all times. But when you just sit back and you think about the contributions that women made fearlessly, in this day and age, there should be nothing that we are scared of.
Right.
No dreams, nothing that you want to do in your life should be holding you back, because just always go back to the women who didn't have as much as we have now, and they paved the way for us goddesses so we can do greater works than what they did when they were here.
Yeah.
So, you know. Yes, I'm so thankful that we had those beautiful women that came before us, and then so we have to be these women on a higher level, on a higher spiritual level. You know, now that we know, it's time to take the torch and
right.
pass it down and enable the younger goddesses, you know, and let them know that they have more power than just their body. You know, your body could be used for many things, but also you have a spirit in there, and you have a mind, and you have a purpose while you're here. So to bring those attributes out and that beauty out of another woman is a beautiful thing, because when you're healing your sisters, you're healing the world. So, you know, it's just time for us goddesses to take this to the next level.
Yeah, and heal the hurt and, well, you know, the damage of a patriarchal rule. And
yes.
Because now we're getting into the feminine rule. So it's a lot. I mean, the patriarchal rule has really done damage to a lot of women, a lot of our women. It's just, I mean, even coming out of a religion, you just still have to heal from that. There's a lot of healing that must be done, and we had to heal each other, and that's one thing is healing the sacred, the divine sacred sexuality of the woman, and so we can start to look at it in its totally different light, because it's not a bad thing.
No, it's not.
And you know, from sex, life.
Yeah, and you know, I wanted to touch on this. My mother was telling me something about this weekend, or a friend about it was some women who were Christian women, and their pastor had all of them bent over, and he performed a different type of baptism on them, so to speak. And I just want to say, you know, these are the type of things that us goddesses cannot be engaging in. We can't be stupid. Come on now. You know, goodness well, you can't sit up there. Thank you. You're going to let a pastor perform oral baptism on you, and other women line you up like porno stars, and you're going to call that righteous? I mean, I just want us to be more aware and wake up, because this is ridiculous. I mean, you can do what you want to do, but you got to have common sense. You know, it's a lot of women in the black church who are not using their common sense. You know, you're sleeping with the pastor, you're sleeping with married people in the church, you're violating all these rules in the book of the Bible that you don't read and you don't really understand. But, you know, a lot of people are going to feel like they need to belong, to feel like they need to be a part of something, to feel like they're better than you because they belong in this Christian clique. And at the end of the day, it doesn't make you any better than us heathens out here. It just makes you look ignorant, because you're not taking the time to research yourself and learn about yourself and your history. I mean, some people get so caught up in the glamour and keeping up with the Joneses of church. It's just ridiculous. Find out who you are. Go inside yourself and connect with God there, because if you really, really read your Bible, you would see that you're missing the whole point of it all, because the message was to love God with all your heart and to love yourself like you love God. So all of this extra stuff that goes on in church. I mean, nobody in church should ever point a finger at anybody outside the church. You know, just you need to take a good analytical look at what's going on in your life, because you do have some great people that go to church that really have a heart for God and everything. Bless those people, but the ones that's just carrying on and judging but doing the same things that regular heathens are doing, or sinners, or whatever you want to call them, you really just need to check yourselves, because, you know, we were there. We were in that. And I don't bash you, because I'm thankful we were in it, so we have the full understanding now of why we had to go through that. But it's just ridiculous when I see things like that. Like I seen a video where the pastor told the women to go outside and get, and they were out there eating grass. I mean, it was like they were under some sort of hypnosis or something. I'm just like, what is going on? You know, why aren't we thinking for ourselves? Why are we letting a man dictate to us our spirituality when it's within us?
Right.
You know, so that's just my 2 cents on the whole thing. It's time to reawaken that God is within you and stop being a puppet. Point blank. You know, go and really read because the Bible is a really good book to read to get understand. I look at it as from a metaphorical view. I understand it better that way. I understand it better now than I did when I was in Christianity. But it's so many jewels in there. But when I read it now, it's like the things that are being told to you, I mean, are so in your face, but you don't want to believe it. The kingdom is within. It even says that you won't find God in the building. It's inside of you. So we need to connect more with that, and then learn to love ourselves. Then we can learn to love our brothers and sisters the way we love God. Because if we love God, that means we love ourselves, and we're going within ourselves to find God. And then when you find Him through loving yourself, then you can come out and really, truly have compassion and love for others. I'm not talking about that wimpy love or that doormat love when somebody's walking all over you, or you think, because I used to think that's how I was supposed to love. Oh, you just let people walk over you, you give them everything, you let them say whatever, you just stay quiet. No, it's different facets of love. You have tough love. You have different ways that you can love and show compassion to people. You don't have to be a doormat in order to do that. So I just wanted to address that. It was on my heart to talk about that.
Yeah, it's all about healing, Goddess.
Yes, because we all are healing, and we all, it's just things that we have to discuss that, have been put on the back burner for so long. And when you see people like this in your everyday, it really, really, really helps you heal even more, because you're like, wow, that was me, Well, don't want to go back there.
Yeah.
Right.
Absolutely. So, Sister Love, do we have any other goddesses that you found that we can have our listeners, maybe they might want to look these particular goddesses up?
Lilith, the goddess Lilith, and Magdalene. And as you were talking about the law, I was thinking about Mary Magdalene, how they pretty much made her a prostitute, and she was a very high spiritual being, and she was with the Christ, Jesus person, Yeshua. I'm sorry, that book just has so much false in there. She was with the Yeshua character throughout his walk, and a lot of times when he was on a mountaintop having these conversation with God, they were having sex. They were doing tantra. And so it's like, it's just, there's so much power in feminism. There's so much power in the divine feminine. That's how you talk to God, is when you are making love, when you are, you're breathing together, you're doing tantra, that's when you're going to higher levels and higher dimensions. It's through that practice. And the reason why it's happening through that practice is because we're talking about the womb. The womb is like the universe. It's like where all life is born. Life is birth. And there's so much power in the feminine womb, in the divine feminine. And so some of the time when he was discussing with the Creator, he was doing tantra with his queen. This was Mary Magdalene. She was not no prostitute. A prostitute back then was a sacred prostitute. It was totally different. It wasn't a bad thing. So like you're reading the story and it make you think that's a bad thing, and it wasn't. In those days, it wasn't considered a bad thing, because when the men would have sex with the sacred prostitute, they were communicating. They were, going into a divine moment, into a divine realm. So, yeah. So Mary Magdalene, to look up her, Lilith. I'm confused about Lilith, because some say that Lilith represents, like not good, or Lilith is in my chart.
Yeah, it's allegedly she was supposed to be Adam's first wife that didn't obey Adam, and she flew away as a bird. So that they usually associate her with like abortion and being disobedient. This is the myth, that she was allegedly Adam's first wife, Lilith. But all goddesses have you have light goddesses and you have dark goddesses. I hate the polarity and the duality, but you have some goddesses that represent your shadow self, and then you have some goddesses that will represent the lighter part of you. But the whole thing is that both sides reside in you, and you can't suppress one side for the next. That's one thing a lot of light workers get misconstrued when they only want to focus on the light of everything, but you really can't, because you're not in balance if you don't get in touch with those dark aspects of yourself. You're only fooling yourself. So when disaster strikes, you don't even know how to handle it or how to take care of those type of situations, because you're too focused on the positive of everything. And we got to be balanced. We have to be in balance with everything, So it's okay to be angry. It's okay to be upset, but just don't stay in that place. Go through that human experience of feeling the fear, feeling the hurt and the pain, but just don't keep yourself there, But you still have to work through those things, because those are conditions of the heart. You can't keep skipping over the conditions of the heart. You have to work through your stuff that's going on in your heart, and that's the only way you can truly heal. You can't just act like everything's fine all the time. You're in a good mood all the time. I mean, that's just not realistic, until you get to that place of you've healed your heart, you know how to deal with situations and things like that when they come, but you also still remember that I'm human, and, I might be happy 90% of the time, but 10% of the time something might occur or arise where I'm not feeling good today, and it's okay. But you still have to get in touch with those aspects of yourself, because just to suppress them, if you suppress them, then they can turn into a disease, they can turn into chaos in your life. So you want to acknowledge whatever's going on and then accept it. If you're hurting, accept the pain, accept the experience you're going through, accept everything that it's bringing to you. Because when you accept the situation and you love the situation and you love the lessons from you, that's love conquering the fear, the anger, the doubt, the mistrust, the hate, all of those things, because we know love conquers everything. So love these experiences that you're going through that don't seem like they're in your best interest at the time, but we know anything that comes to us is for us. We wrote these stories. We set the stage for our lives, and it's a reason why we go through these particular things. It's also all in how you handle these situations as, you're on your journey. So you don't want to look at things that happen in your life as bad all the time. You want to inspect them. You want to look at both sides of the coin and see, why did I write this? Because I know I do that a lot. Why did I write this story again? You got to check yourself sometimes so you can get the full understanding of why this thing is not a bad thing. This could be, try to turn those bad situations into something that you can be creative with. Instead of dodging your boss because you can't stand the sight of her or whatnot, embrace, let me wait for her today. Let me confront this. Let me be creative in how I confront this. It's kind of like watching the soap operas. One thing about watching soap operas, those are the most creative people in dealing with relationships and situations. They deal with everything head on. Somebody's sleeping with so-and-so. Oh, I can't wait to meet her at the cafe today so I can confront her. And they are so creative in how they do it. So, you just got to get creative with the situations that seem bad in your life, because they're not bad. And once you get past them, they're really blessings in disguises, because they bring strength to you and they help mold and shape and strengthen you and make you into who you are.
That's right.
Absolutely. So goddesses, that I would say that for the women, even the men, it's good to read up and research the goddesses to see which one resonates with you, because it's one thing about us is that the aspects of these goddesses are in us. They're in us. Some of them created us. So, I think, my mother, one of my spiritual mothers is Oshun. And as soon as I read her story, I immediately connected to her. Immediately. And I would do offerings for her. I did offerings and rituals to Goddess Oshun, and I would ask her for things, and she gave me what I asked for. Not exactly what I asked for, but she gave it to me in her way. So, just read up on them and just see which one you connect to. And I connect to Oshun, and then there's Isis, there's Ma'at, there is Bass, that's the cat goddess. I need to read up on her because I dream about cats a lot. And
that would be Sekhmet, I think. Sekhmet is the cat. Yeah. And the goddess will communicate with you like Sister Love said. I found out Oshun was one of my spiritual mothers, and I had picked a picture out of her and I have it on my page. I didn't even know that was her until somebody had told me that was her. And also Ma'at. Now, I'm Mystic Feather, and I love feathers. I have a feather fetish, and I guess that connection would be with the feathers of her arms stretched out. So what you do is you want to read up on these goddesses, and you want to find out what their stories are. Are they similar to yours? A lot of times in meditation, they'll come to you, too. You can see them. Like I've seen Kuan Yin in my meditation, and I've seen Lakshmi. That's another one of the goddesses that I have an altar to. So you want to read their stories, and you can invoke their energy. And you don't have to be trained to invoke their energy. You can do something as simple as reading up on them, find out the things that they like, and You can call on them. You can think their names silently, or you can say them out loud. You can write them a letter in your journal, and you just ask them to give you a clear sign that they're with you. And they will, because I had asked one the other day, and I got a clear sign from her. So, don't be afraid to connect, because it's all energy. All of this is energy. All this energy goes back to God when it's all said and done at the end of everything. It all goes back. We all come from the source creator, and we're just all aspects of energy down here, like avatars, I have my suit on. You have your suit on, so don't be afraid to call.
And I like to say a good book that I have is called the Encyclopedia of Angels, Spirit Guides, and Ascended Masters. It's a guide to 200 celestial beings to help heal and assist you in your everyday life. And that book is by Susan Gregg. And it's a great book. It has archangels, angels, saints, ascended masters, guides, teachers, gods, goddesses, deities in there. And what they do is they give a description of the spirit guide or master teacher or angel or goddess, and they'll tell you how they're able to help you, and they'll give you a little brief explanation about them, and they'll tell you how to invoke them. So it's a good book to just reference. You're doing your reading online, and you can go in, and if you see someone, you can go to the book and check them out. But it does, like Mr. Feather says, when you call on them, trust and believe, you will get a sign. You will get a sign.
Yeah.
And it may be, something as subtle as I think one of the guys, it was a Padre Pio. I think he like his cell was like roses. So if you invoke him, somebody may give you roses, or you may just smell rose oil. It'll be things like that. So you just have to always be mindful of things going on around us, because these beings are always around us. Some of us see them, some of us can't, but some of us can smell them or just feel their presence. So just keep those goddess senses open, and don't be afraid. Never go with fear, because there's absolutely nothing to fear.
Right. Because if you have a fear mindset, you're going to attract every demon you've seen on TV. You're going to attract that energy into your space, and you don't want that. And remember, we don't have the spirit of fear. We're divine beings under all this meat that we're carrying around. So it's nothing to fear. We have power and authority, and we can use it. But a lot of times you can tell when they're by you or your angels are around you. You will feel chills. Because I'm more of the type of person, I feel all the time. I feel energy all the time. I feel it rushing through me, especially around my crown chakra. And you'll feel them. You'll feel them around you. You'll feel them in your space. It might be a nudge. It might be warmth. It's just different ways. It might be that they come to you in your dreams or your meditations. So like Holistic Gal said, you want to be very aware of your surroundings and pay attention, especially when you're outside in nature. You really want to pay attention to your surroundings and get in tune. Like if you want to fine-tune your clairaudience and hear your angels, sometimes you might hear a real high-pitched sound in your ears. That shows that that tells you that the beings are close to you, because they're high-frequency beings and we're third-dimensional lower beings. So when they come in our space, there sometimes can be a shift in the energy, which causes very high-pitched sounds in your ear. So don't be alarmed. Just take a couple of breaths and you can mentally ask, what message are they trying to communicate, and just kind of try to be aware after that happens to you, so you can, so you won't miss the message.
Mm-hmm.
But they're everywhere. They're everywhere. And so tonight, the type of reading I'm going to do tonight, actually, I just wanted the goddesses to connect with their goddess. So what I'm going to do is a one-card reading. And the question that I'm going to be asking is, which goddess is with you? So I will pull a card, and I will tell you the goddess that is with you and the type of energy she carries. And then it's up to you to do your spiritual homework and research this goddess and connect with her, look her up, find out her likes, her traits, her similarities to this particular aspect of yourself. And, when we would love for you to, later on call us back and let us know how working with this particular goddess has been working out for you. But I really think that's a good idea for tonight, just to connect with the particular goddess that's riding and dying with you.
Oh, yeah. All right. That's beautiful. That's absolutely wonderful.
Right.
Okay, so we're going to go on to the lines. We're going to go with the first caller who's been waiting patiently. Area code 402. You're on the Goddess Suite.
Hi.
Area code. Hi.
Hello, Goddess. How are you?
I'm doing good. My name is Ku'ulelani, and I just wanted to see if you could pull some cards for me.
Okay. All right. Tonight I'm doing a one-card reading, so I'm going to see which goddess is with you at this time. So just give me. What was your name again?
My name is Ku'ulelani.
Ku'ulelani?
Mhm.
Okay. Just a moment. All right, so the goddess is with you tonight is the goddess Irene. Now, this is a Greek goddess, and she's the goddess of lawfulness and justice, and she brings peacefulness to all goddesses that call on her. Is this something going on where you're not feeling like you're at peace, or you're feeling blocked?
Yeah, I've been really sick. I got a cold, and I've been trying to, get rid of it.
Okay. Yeah, because when I pulled the card, it was upside down, so usually it means there's some sort of block going on with that aspect. So her message to you is that, she wants you to give your worries and your cares over to heaven. And also, she wants you to pray and meditate and engage in more peaceful thinking activities like yoga, sea salt baths, massages, naps, high vibrational music, being more playful. And these things will bring more peace into your life and to help you heal from your cold. Because, we have colds and sicknesses and things like that. It's nothing but an imbalance somewhere going on that's being detoxified. So,
right.
So try to connect with Irene. She's once again a Greek goddess, Eireen, and she also has a message that even though appearances may seem chaotic, I assure you that a higher plan is in action. So think everything is going to work out with your cold, but you need to connect more with not worrying, do more solitude exercises like prayer and meditation, and get you some sea salt, take you some relaxing baths, light some candles, meditate in the bathtub, and just, connect back to the inner peace within you so you can get yourself back well.
That was beautiful. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, hon. You have a blessed one.
You too. God bless.
Uh-huh.
All right. We're going to move right along to the next caller. We're going to go with area code 720. Area code 720, you're on live in the Goddess Speak.
Hello, ladies. This is Avatar.
Hi, Avatar. How are you?
I'm good. I'm enjoying the show as always.
Oh, thank you. Thanks for being a loyal listener.
Uh-huh.
All right. Well, let's see what Goddess is with you for today. Okay. I'm laughing because I picked this card for myself and for my sister the other day, but the Goddess is with you is called Solace. And Solace, she represents, she's a Celtic goddess, meaning a European goddess. She represents the sun, and she oversees bodies of water associated with healing. So in her message, she deals with the bodies of water. So she's saying, I don't know if you have water near where you live at, but she's saying for you to spend more time near water, lakes, rivers, streams, oceans, to recharge your battery. She said go for more meditative walks near water, take vacations near the water. If you aren't near water, she recommends you take a lot of sea salt baths to detox your energetic and physical body, and to drink a lot of water, because this is going to charge your psychic batteries to keep you more intuitive, more online about the things that's going on around you. So she also represents healing. So for you, being around water or drinking more water, taking more baths, it's going to detox your spirit. It can wash away sadness, pain, illness, suffering, and it actually will help purify you. So you might want to start participating in like weekly rituals of purification. Take you a bath, put you some herbs in there, candles, sea salt, and, dressing yourself in all white just to purify yourself in the detox. Do you live near any water?
Well, not right now. I'm living in the city now, but no, not right now. But I do take a lot of baths. I mean, I'm like a kid. When I get in the tub, and I have this huge tub in my master bathroom, and I might be in that tub for 2 hours.
Oh my gosh!
Right,
okay, well this is your girl.
Water. I love water.
Me
right
too.
And I light the candles, and when I get out of that tub, it feels like I've been resurrected. And a lot of times, when I'm in the tub, I get visions, I get inspiration. I love water. Oh
my gosh, that's what happens to me too. This holistic gas. I was telling my sister, that's how I am when I'm in the shower. That's when I get my visions. I get ideas for what I need to do. Even when I'm washing dishes, just if I'm connected to water somehow, that's when everything starts to flow.
Wow.
So I might be in the tub. Say I'm in the tub for an hour, hour and a half. But when I get up, I'm rinsing off, and I'll be rinsing off for a half an hour.
Well, this is your goddess right here, because she's in charge of the bodies of water. So I would recommend you just look her up and check her out and maybe connect with this energy. Her name is Sulis. It's S-U, S-U-L-I-S, Sulis.
Oh, Sulis. Okay.
Yes, and she's a Celtic sun goddess, and she oversees the bodies of water, and she's associated with healing in all the rivers, streams, oceans, everything. And you can call on her when you are in the bathtub, and for healing, she can come and help heal. If you say, for instance, you do want to go travel, you do want to go on trips, you can call on her to help you with scheduling and your finances to help you go to these oceans and lakes, because this is how connected you are with water.
Okay.
Yeah,
wow.
So just check her out and try to connect with her energy.
Beautiful.
Yeah, and I think I'm supposed to use water somehow in my healing. I think in a previous life I was so connected to, because I do a lot of healing in dream time.
Okay.
And,
okay.
I was told that somehow I'm supposed to use water in my healing practices.
Wow.
I'm not sure how though.
Well, I know, like you said, you spending time in the bathtub and all of that. That's a good start. And with sea salts, and also with herbs, whatever conditions you have, I would recommend you get you a book on herbs, Google it up.
Oh, I got everything. I got all kinds of information on herbs. I'm just a naturopath. And I'll do sea salt and Epsom salt together, or like last week I added rose. I got these rose buds, dried rose buds, and I boiled them. And I made it into a liquid, and I'll put like maybe 2 or 3 ounces in there in the tub. And roses is the highest frequency.
Yes,
so,
very.
I get real creative with those baths. I love bathing.
Oh, well, that's wonderful. Well, you already started your healing process then, because if you're already putting those things into your bath, you're already doing your healing process. You're doing your work. And you probably can help others heal through those ways too, if you're not already.
Right. You said SULTS?
No, SULIS.
Oh, SULIS. Okay, I'm gonna look her up. I'm gonna get on the internet and look her up.
Okay, Sulis, and she's a Celtic goddess, Celtic sun goddess.
Sulis.
Okay.
That's
all right. Yeah, it's really. I mean, these cards have been used, and they've been so on point. But my sister, she's real connected to water. She had that card too. That's why she said it, because she had got the same card when I did her reading the other day. So definitely look that goddess up and connect with her. And when you're in the bathtub, just invoke her in, invoke that energy in while you're in the bathtub.
I will.
All right. Well, thanks, Goddess, for calling.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
All right.
Thank you.
All right. Okay, Mystic Cloud, I want to ask a question. Can men get a goddess card reading?
Oh, absolutely. Yes.
Oh.
It goes either way.
Okay, just fantastic. All right, well, let's move right along to the next caller, the next person on the line, area code 562. Area code 562, you're live.
Hi. Hello.
Hello.
Who do we have on the line? My name is Renee. I've always seen you guys in the show, but this is my first time calling, so thank you for taking my call.
Yes,
thanks
for calling.
And I like the picture that you have of Oshun. It's really nice.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
All right, hon. So are you ready to see what goddess is with you?
Yes, please.
All right. Mother Mary.
Wow. I love Mary.
Yes.
Okay.
Mother Mary. And so the Mother Mary goddess card represents expecting miracles to happen. So her message to you is to have faith that your prayers have been heard and they're being answered. Also, she wants you to know you need to let go of worrisome thoughts, keep your thoughts positive, and notice and follow any divine guidance that you may receive. So be real aware, so to speak, have your spidey senses on. Be very aware of your surroundings because there are divine messages around you a lot. Also, She wants you to continuously, stay in prayer, keep your mind positive. And also, she's advising you to engage more in spiritual healing.
Okay.
So, yes, so she's, we all know Mother Mary is, so she's a beloved mother of Christ, and she's known as the Queen of the Angels for her ongoing and miraculous healing work. So Mary represents the healing aspect. So there might be some hidden gifts that you have related to healing within you. So it's good to keep, and we can heal each other in so many different ways. So if you're more of a counseling type of person, or even through just listening to someone's problems can be healing for people, or just a touch. So it's different ways you can heal, but it's definitely some sort of healing aspect that's surrounding you when she's around.
I believe that. I've heard that many times. And I do get her candles, and I'll do the prayers with her from time to time. I do it often, and but I wasn't sure, because I've had received what you could say miracles just working with her, but I've worked with other saints too, so I wasn't exactly sure. Sometimes you don't know.
Yeah. But she's definitely with you. And she said, don't give up hope on yourself and other people. Keep the candle of faith burning within your soul, and be the light that eliminates someone else's gloominess and hopelessness as well. So just be the light. You seem like your energy seems like you are have like a very healing spirit. So the light is within you to heal others. So no matter how you're going to do it, or what aspect or modality you're going to use, just know that she's the goddess that's with you. So just step out on faith. Step out on faith with her. When you feel that nudge to heal or help, or conversate, some kind of healing, some sort of healing conversation. Your words are healing. Your voice is healing. So she just wants you to have faith and just step out on faith when you're dealing with people, so you can get in tune with that healing nature that you have inside.
Wow. That was awesome. Thank you.
All right. You're welcome. Thank you for calling, Goddess.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
All right, that was beautiful. That was these goddess readings are powerful.
They are.
She had already been doing, I guess Mother Mary had been communicating with her because she was lighting candles to
to Mother Mary.
That is,
and that's why.
Wow.
Right, and just like you guys were saying, it's like they connect with us on a daily. It's like we don't even know, that they're trying to get our attention until, you might get a reading or something happens. Oh my God, I didn't know, because like I said, I didn't even know that picture was Oshun until one of our we called him part of our spiritual family. He was on our show, a guy S. Ali Myers. He was on our show, and he said that him and his wife's mother was Oshun, and they saw the picture, so they felt like all of this was connected. And I'm like, oh, okay, that was Oshun. I didn't even know that was her. So they will connect with you in subtle ways, so you have to be aware of your surroundings and just pay attention and listen, and especially, like I said, in nature. Nature will give you a whole lot of signs, and what your likes are. Just like the goddess they call that loves taking baths. She had the goddess that rules over water, rules over different bodies of water. So definitely.
And it's just funny how the goddesses are really coming through tonight too. Our higher goddess.
Yes.
They're like, I got to be seen. This show is about us. I'm coming through. I'm going to let my goddess know that I am here, and for her to recognize.
Exactly. We love you, goddesses.
That is a wonderful
Thank you for empowering our goddesses that are on the line listening. We just want to take a brief second to thank the goddesses for coming through and showing themselves, because it's really empowering to know that you have this type of power on your side working with you and helping you on your path and journey. So we just want to give a shout out to them.
Tonight. I'm like, okay, we're going to go to the next card reading. I can't wait. Area code 770. You're up next. 770, you're on the line.
Hi, my name is Gina.
Hi, Gina.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you guys doing?
Great. All right, let's see which goddess is with Gina. Okay. Okay, so the goddess that I pulled for you she's actually a Gnostic goddess, and her name is Sige, Sige. And Sige is considered to be the great silence or the void from which creation sprang. Sige represents quiet time, and she's saying take some quiet time alone, meditate, and contemplate. Her message to you is to quiet your mind, breathe and let go of words, worry, and plans. Go into that space of silence deep within you, that vortex of peace where the world doesn't enter. Now is the time for you to retreat into deep silence and spend time alone. She will help you rejuvenate and recenter yourself. So don't try to make any decisions right now. Just allow your mind to be at rest, and she'll let you know when it's the best time to take action for whatever your situation is. But right now she's sending a message for you to just quiet your mind and rest. Listen more and talk less. Avoid loud noises and sounds. Meditate, surrender mind chatter to heaven, and know that you're more sensitive to noises right now. Is there something going on where you need to have that quiet time?
No, I can't think of anything.
Okay. Well, this is the goddess I pulled, so she's represent. Do you meditate?
Not as often as I like, but I just pray more. I haven't got to that point of meditating yet.
Okay.
Often.
But that's still good that you're praying, because praying is speaking to God, and meditating is listening for the message from God. So since you've been praying a lot, maybe it's time for you to now try to just step into a little meditation so you can hear whatever message God has for you. Because, you know, a lot of times I know I used to do it. I used to pray all the time. I didn't even know anything about meditation. I was just praying and praying, but then I had to learn to be silent and still so I can hear whatever messages that he was trying to give to me for my situation. That's why I wasn't moving anywhere. I felt like I was like at a standstill because I didn't know how to listen. I knew how to talk to God, but I didn't know how to listen, you know, because you think everything is about doing, and sometimes the best thing you can do is just sit and be still and know that God is just taking care of everything. So I'm thinking just try to step into meditating, even if you do it for 5 or 10 minutes. Just quiet yourself and center yourself, and just wait and just be still and listen and see what God is saying to you.
Okay. Okay. Well, thank you.
You're welcome. Thanks for calling.
Thank you.
All right then. Bye-bye.
All right.
Bye-bye.
All right.
All right. We do. Because our society is all about doing, you know, and we think if we're sitting still, we're not doing anything, when that's so far from the truth, because we actually we can manifest things even quicker when we're just quiet and our minds are not thinking of anything. That way spirit can come in, you can get clear messages, and, you'll know what to do, what next step to take. So I know I've been there.
Yeah. That was a good way to describe praying, like to differentiate praying and meditating. Praying is talking, meditating is listening. So that was a good description. I never really thought of it that way, but really, when you meditate, you're sitting just listening. Listening to your higher self and listening to the higher beings give you messages. So
Good. It's good.
All right, we have another caller on the line waiting patiently. Area code 631. 631, you're live in the Goddess Suite.
Yes, hi. Thanks for taking my phone call, and I'd just like a reading too, please.
Okay. Thank you. And what's your name?
Suzanne.
Suzanne. Thanks for calling, Suzanne. Just a moment. Okay. Okay. Okay, so the goddess that is with you, Suzanne, is the medicine woman goddess, and her name is Ishel. And Ishel is a revered ancient, she was revered in the ancient times, and she represents the moon goddess. She's a Mayan moon goddess. And her husband was the sun god, and she gave birth to all the other Mayan gods. And her message for you is the message of the medicine woman. And she says that you are a channel for divine healing power. Just a moment. And actually, I had got this same card the other day. So this is a very interesting goddess I read up on. But the meaning of this goddess, when she comes into your life, she's letting you know that you are a healer and that you're being healed. And if you have certain situations dealing with loved ones, they're being healed. And she wants you to honor your healing knowledge and abilities and learn about healing and teach the healing art and start and continue to practice healings. And it can be through whatever modality that is comfortable for you. But she's definitely letting you know that she's with you and that you have this ability to channel that type of power. Okay, so all right. Then do you feel as though, have you ever thought about healing or healing others?
No.
Okay. How long have you been on the spiritual path?
I guess a while.
Okay. Well, this is the card I pulled for you, Medicine Woman. So I don't know, it might be some dormant abilities that lie within you, but this is the message that she's giving you, that you're a channel for this particular healing power. So I just say, if you haven't or you don't think that this is something for you, just check into it or try to explore that aspect of yourself.
Okay.
Okay. Because she says it's definitely lying within you. So just try to connect with that, because you can heal in different ways. People might come to you a lot for advice. Counseling is a way of healing. Yeah, counseling is a way of healing. Not just laying hands on people and Reiki and things like that, but there's so many different ways you can be healing and inspiring to others. So, but she's just letting you know that you do possess that energy with you.
Does she say anything about my love life?
No. Well, tonight I'm not covering the love life tonight. Tonight I'm just covering the goddess that's with you tonight. So I was just doing one card goddess reading tonight.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
But stay tuned.
All right. Well, thanks for calling.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Uh-huh.
All right. Very cool. Wow, beautiful. I can't wait for my goddess card reading. Great.
I got it for you. So,
yeah, it was great. Very, very, what's the word? It was a good reading. It was really good reading. I got the full spread, guys, and trust and believe I had my little black and white composition book taking notes, and I'm ready to move forward. My spread it touched on a lot of things. It touched on family, on business, on spirituality. It was very thorough, and it just, a lot of it resonated with me and what I have, going on right now. So I advise you all to check out Mystic Feather. Get yourself a goddess reading or what type of readings do you do, Mystic Feather, other than the goddess reading?
Yes, I do the goddess readings. I do the Native American medicine wheel readings. I do angel card readings, and I do healing readings. So if you want an more in-depth reading, you can email me at goddesssweet@gmail.com, and I'll get back to you with all the details.
Oh, wow, that's awesome. Nice.
And once again, I want to thank the goddesses for coming through tonight, in different ways. And our last goddess, if people are coming to you and they're talking and telling you their problems, because I used to think that just healing somebody was just laying hands on them. I didn't know that it was so many different ways you can help people heal just by listening to their problems. because, sometimes we can be trash cans for people, too, and they'll come and they'll just dump all their problems on you, and then they feel invigorated, and you're feeling like, dang, I got all your baggage on me, but you've helped them heal because they released it, So there are different ways. So, and we all have that ability to heal, not chosen people. We all have that ability to heal. So we have to go inside and just figure out, what type of healer do I want, or am I, or what type of healer do I want to be? Because it's all within us, and we're doing it all the time. We're healing each other all the time.
Yeah, especially as a woman, you are born a healer.
Yes.
The Divine Feminine is healing. Our voice is healing to our children. Our embrace is healing to our children and to our spouses. Our hugs, our kisses, being a woman, period. That's you. When you incarnated as a woman, you took on that healer ability. It's natural.
Right. Exactly. Oh, and I just want to say this has been a great show tonight. We want to thank all the callers that called in, all the goddesses, and I'm just glad that they found what goddess is riding with them, that's with them, and they can call on this goddess and invoke this energy. And you don't have to be a mistress of magic or anything like that to invoke these goddesses. All you have to do is call on them or think their names. And when you need them or you need that healing energy from them, you can definitely pull that energy from them to help you heal and help you in your everyday life. So I just thank you all for calling, and we're going to do more shows like this in the future, and the spreads will be different the next time. But I just wanted to connect the women with the particular goddess or the aspect of the goddess that's with them tonight. So I hope I did a great job.
Yeah, you did an awesome job, Mr. Feather. I mean, awesome.
Beautiful.
And
beautiful.
It's just amazing. Their readings are just get better and better every single time to do them. And I'm just like, wow.
Right. And coming soon, we're going to have goddess meditations. We're going to probably start doing them next week. We're going to start them at 9:44 p.m., and it's just going to be a way for all of us to get in tune with each other and heal, manifest, break through barriers and things like that. So we're going to start that next week. So definitely, because sometimes when I'm doing readings, some people's energy is, they might be going through something. And I think if we meditate beforehand, it'll relax that person and we can get them in a more calm mind state. So, and just everybody listening, because we did some powerful things with meditation before on the show, helping people get breakthroughs, and the energy was so strong. Holistic Gal was like, let's just do it again. Let's just put this as part of the show,
Right.
And I really right. And I really think that would help, everyone leave this call being even more empowered or feeling like they have a weight lifted off their shoulder. And that's the whole goal of this show, to empower the goddesses and uplift them and to keep the sisterhood between us and to help us be more connected with each other. So once again, we just thank you for calling, and we hope you have a great night, because my energy is shot.
Doing a little bleeding.
Thank you, everybody. Once again, thank you for tuning in, and make sure to tune in Thursday night, we have, who do we have, guys? We have, is it Daryl Mooney and Reverend God? No, that's next week.
On Thursday, we have Professor Griff. Professor Griff is going to be on at 10, and hopefully we'll get Professor Small on at 9 to come and bless us. They're having another God Essence workshop in Atlanta. So we want to go to them and let them talk. Cause I'm really excited about having Professor Griff on the show now.
Right. I know. I can't wait to hear what he's going to talk about. Also, let's let them know who's going to be on next Thursday.
Yeah, and then on the 12th, we have Daryl Mooney and a Reverend Goddess Charmaine is coming back.
Just in time for Valentine's Day.
Yes, on Valentine's show. I'm looking forward to that.
Yes. So we're going to have the feminine and the masculine on next Thursday. And you all don't want to miss it. She was on our show. That was like the highest rated show we had. She was discussing the yoni, and she was discussing relationships and what she does. And she's a very accomplished goddess. She has workshops that she does I think it's in New York, I believe. But if you go on YouTube and check her out, New Jersey, okay. If you go online and check her out, she's on YouTube. Her videos are all over the place, and you would not be disappointed. This is a goddess that's no holds barred when it comes to sex and relationships. So you all can benefit from that.
Love her. I want to be like her when I grow up.
You will.
Yes.
You will.
Gotta train under the goddess. She is awesome.
Okay.
Beautiful. All right, everyone. You have a great night.
And it's the full moon, so do y'all full moon rituals tonight?
Yes.
A candle, is it a black candle for the full moon or a white candle?
Well, I think I want to say it's the black candle because you're getting rid of the old, and then you can burn the white candle for what you want to bring in. So, yeah, remember, it's all up to you. Whatever Spirit's telling you to do, just follow. Just call in your goddess and follow whatever feels right to you and get that ritual done. For me, I'll just write stuff I don't know that no longer serves me. I'll write it down and then throw it in the fireplace. So you just, whatever your Spirit's telling you to do, just go ahead and follow. Don't hesitate. It could be a bath. It could be putting your crystals in water, drinking it the next day. It could be anything. So just follow your instinct.
Yeah, I have my crystals in the water. They've been since yesterday to today. And I spoke into the water. I spoke positive into the water. I spoke the things that I wanted into the water. So it's been charging for a couple of days. So I can't wait.
Yeah.
Did you
read it? Right.
Beautiful.
All right. We wish everyone a beautiful night, and tune in this Thursday for Professor Smalls, Professor Griff. It's going to be a show you don't want to miss.
Don't want to miss. All right. Peace and love. Love and light.
Peace and love. All right. Good night.
Bye.
Good night.
Good night.